Okay, trying a couple things out today. I want to do a quick one, show you how we can test our maybe 4 smaller models better than using one big one. We'll see here. We're gonna test this against TinyLlama, PHI 3 just out from Microsoft, Mistral 7B, and Mistral 8 7B. So our source of data comes from here. Hopefully the background sound isn't annoying. I'm trying that out. That's some stuff I built with some interesting hardware out there. But I wanted to see if that maybe makes things interesting. Let me know. Maybe it's too much. We'll see. So I'm in my Slack group. If you're in the meetup, join. It's the Flank Slack. What is Apache NiFi? Okay, so that has put it into the Slack channel. NiFi has received this message. It is listening, and we have an app created, and we got tokens. It gets those messages. I parse them, which is the same as we've seen before. Taking out the fields I like, making sure it's not a bot, and distributing it to Kafka so other people could share this, so I don't have to have multiple listeners. People listen to that. Great thing. Here, if it's certain types of thing, query Pinecone, I'm going to add Milvus and Chroma and Solar and some other ones. Maybe a PG Vector, we'll see. Lots of them, because we could test those out too. What makes for the best response here. Now, we could use OpenAI and hopefully update that to GPT 4, 4, 5, whatever's coming out soon. But there are, some costs there. So the big reason not to do that, the reason why I was doing Llama. But let's try our 4-way thing here. When it comes in, I distribute this to 4 paths at once. We got a Mixtral call, TinyLlama, like the 4 we mentioned. If they fail in HuggingFace, it's a REST endpoint. Sometimes it fails or I send some bad thing. So we'll see if we get all of them. They come in, we query them, add a couple fields, send that out to Slack, and we should get some results here. So you can see the first one. What is NiFi? This might have been the one that failed. Not much there. Here's one from Mistral 7B. Flow file, pretty short. Mixtral 8, that's a little better. Powerful data integration tool. TinyLlama, ooh. For TinyLlama, it's produced a lot of information. Is it good? Flexible data platform, extensible. Oh, it's not bad. So we got all 4 there. So that's pretty nice. Not bad. So what happens here is we add a couple of fields based on those returns. Then we pump that out to Slack to return that. And this trick here tells us keep it in the thread. So we follow the timestamp. We format it here with the fields we want to add. Pretty straightforward, but a good thing. Another one I had was some of them I wouldn't think they would guess. And this triggers my other flows as well. Is like, what is the weather in, like, say, Edison, New Jersey? Now, I have a thing we saw before which grabs and parses things to look into the weather. But I sent it to some models as well, see what happens. Nothing from Microsoft. That looks right. That's about the right temperature. I am a little southwest of Edison, but okay. 68. And when I was outside, it was 21, and we're pretty close, so that makes sense. Humid, yeah. So Mistral gave the best results today. Not bad. We could do things like what is the weather in Princeton? That one's a little easier to parse, so we get that out. And I've done some silly ones in the past. See these ones with the term search? That's where I'm searching the Slack group. So that's going to search these results too. And search maybe some human ones in there. How long to pan fry a prime rib slider? That's a weird one. But we did get some long answers there. And I had some of that. Did a shopping run before. Okay, so what did we get here? Not good for Princeton. The weather in Princeton, wow, that's a really bad. Thanks, yes, weather is important. Average weather, seasonal, that's a good way to do it. Okay. Some reason they'll do Edison. They won't give us good results for Princeton. Very nice. No, we won't even try emojis. You can do emojis. There is a couple models that work with them, but let's take a look at what is Apache Kafka best used for. Let's see. You know, some of that's a matter of opinion. So as you can see here, we've got that documented how you could do this yourself, the 4 models and the results. And again, we post all this to the Slack group. So if you join the Slack, you could get this information as well. And you can see here some of the metadata that may be important, what model it was, how many compute characters, the time, what type, how many tokens, inference time, some IDs. So we can see that we're really doing this multiple times. Oh, where'd that grab that from? Interesting. Okay, maybe that's where they grabbed the article. Real-time data streaming. These were a little short. Oh, you got TinyLlama. Took a little longer than our other guys, but gave us a longer result. I kind of like that. This looks like a pretty full result here. Might be using TinyLlama a little more. The TinyLlama that can. Look at that. That looks pretty good. Real-time data processing, distributed systems, data streaming, message brokers, event sourcing. It's not bad. Not bad. That's not bad. That's pretty cool. So that's about it. I am curious why we had, I did see a couple of failures when we were in here, and we should do some smart handling. Because I have 4 models running, it's not quite as important, but the Microsoft one failed for a couple of calls. And I'm curious if we got any error message back from them. Oh, calling too many times. Oh, there you go. I ran out of free usage. Well, there you go. That is a legitimate reason to fail. And that might be the same for this other one. See if they've got a limit on that as well. We can look in there. We should probably do server error. I don't know what question. Oh, Boston. Doesn't like Boston. Okay, so that might be something worthy to handle. This might be another reason why we have multiple model calls. Like if the failure equals, you know, this message here, let's do something. I am going to save this, and this will be the next next bug fix we put in here. Next enhancement. Let's change the color so I know this is something I should look at. Make it salmon, so it looks tasty, I guess. Make this a little larger. Yeah, hourly. Okay. So when we get this result back, we should, instead of just failing, fall over to another model. And maybe we'll add model 5. Whereas if you get... this is if we need to retry. If we get a failure... Well, we should put in a routing. Am I going to write this real time? Does anyone want to watch that? Probably not. If you tell me you do, let me know. And we'll probably need a new one of these too. Yeah, copy pasta. And we'll need to... okay, I'm not going to write this all here. That's kind of silly. But if you are interested in seeing how we do some of this nonsense of building these flows out, a lot of this is just experiment, which is nice with the flow since the data's live. I could play with it and see. Maybe I should make another call just so I get that. What do we do one for Flink? What is Apache Flink? Flink's top use cases. List all of them. I don't know. It's going to give us all of them, but it's always nice. Again, we probably have to play with the prompts. But if we get that failure, and it is this type, because that's just a field that I get an attribute I can route on. If I get that attribute, go here. If it fails for some other reason, maybe I still call another model. And I got to figure out what other smaller model to call. If you got a suggestion of one you want to see, let me know. I'll go through my list because I have some in other places. I've tried a lot of these models. There seems to be a new one every couple of weeks, but you know, you get the idea there. Oh, that one didn't fail. I guess, is it a new hour? It's not. I don't know. Maybe that was an old call. Yeah, when were these from? I might have been looking at this a day ago. Yeah, so a day ago I was running too many, which probably was true. Okay, we will try to use it too many times and get a problem, then figure out, what do we do? Do we do a backup one? Do we switch to something like ChatGPT or Llama or Cloud Air Machine Learning? Give me some suggestions. Thanks.